What do you think this place was for? Ah!
What the hell? Are they asleep?
No. They appear to be well preserved. However, they are all dead.
Dead? So this is a mass grave?
Looks that way. However, none of them appear to be Alganquil.
Bear in mind that Renans were originally Danans, who were remade and sent to live on Lenegus. Knowing that, they would have needed a place to perform the procedure somewhere.
And that place is here, I assume.
So what you're saying is that all of these are Danan, or rather, Renan bodies?
Most likely, yes. It must have been abandoned for one reason or another.
There are so many of them. They were all taken away, but never given the chance to wake.
What is that thing?
Something we have to fight if we want to get across, it seems.
Be careful! It's huge!
What is... With all the huge lumbering beasts lately.
It's no ordinary duel. That much is damn sure.
Watch yourself. All bets are off when it comes to this thing. Burn in hell! Catapult!
Anything in armor is all mine.
Catapult! Crush!
I'm ready.
Destruction!
I can carve through armor.
There you go.
Shield calamity.
Hear my call.
You're mine!
Red!
Strike!
Cannon! Flame of
Sever the
Jupiter!
wing!
Its head is its weak point. We'll need to bring it down somehow to hit it.
In that case, let's start with the one in the middle.
Lightning orb! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Pierce easily! Freeze lancer!
I can handle it.
Here, let me help!
You picked the wrong fight!
Grenade!
Elusive deity.
Illuminate the sky!
You're mine! It's over!
Pierce evil!
Crush!
Freeze lancer!
Destruction! Heal!
Raging
The fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
Steel!
Resonate
with
with
your
stop
time!
Take this!
Searing flame! Banana!
Take this! Win!
Negative data. No odds of being interrupted.
I'm not done!
A banana! Let's go!
Crush!
Searing flame!
Destruction!
Raging storm! This is in the sky! Come on!
Take this! Burn in hell!
They smite with black
Leave the
flame.
charges to me.
Thrilling
performance.
Far enough.
Confiscated!
It's over!
Armor won't save you.
Lightning annihilation! Thunder blade! Illuminate the
Elusive
world!
deity! Swallow
Holy
blade!
glimmer! Holy
Hitting
lamp!
time! Burn in hell!
In a vine.
Radiant
You're mine! Crush!
Seismic
Raging
wind.
storm!
You're mine!
Engulfs you.
Tunnel!
Reflect my sins. They smite with blackened
Here I
flame.
come! Move escape!
Lightning orb!
Here I come! It's over! Okay, here I go!
Radiant spear!
Destruction!
Anything in armor is all mine.
Just what I
They smite with blackened flame. Benediction light.
Nothing gets by me.
Win!
I'm only if it's in the sky or not.
You picked the wrong fight!
Where are you going?
Elusive deity.
Win!
Rotating
Take
pile.
this!
Holy lamp!
Get
the wind.
Swallow blade!
I'm all
Wait!
fired up.
Here I come!
Confiscated.
Amazing.
Raging cascade.
Destruction!
In here. Reload. Let's get you out of here. Reload.
Can't get out of this.
Raging storm. All right.
Take
It's
this.
showtime.
Armor won't save it.
Annihilation. Radiant
Wait!
freedom.
Here I come!
Air thrust.
It's over!
Light up the flame.
Destruction!
Dragon blade.
Swallow blade! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
The tempest engulfs you! Wind!
Raising you up. Nothing gets by me. Everlasting dark. Denied.
You're
Negative
mine!
gate.
Severing wind!
Reflect on thy sword blade. They smite with blinding blade.
The flame inside me yearns to
never
be
miss.
let free! Not today!
Begin. Elusive
Destruction!
field.
Destruction! Crush!
Swallow blade. I'll smash you.
More where that came from.
Severing wind!
Prepare to be
Lightning
torn.
storm. Here.
Can't get out of this.
Damn it. Out of ammo.
Struck! The tempest engulfs you!
Raging cascade.
I'm not done!
They
Fury.
smite.
Burning strike.
Glacial's all mine.
Here's the evil. Blah, 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 magic.
You picked the wrong fight!
Here's the evil.
Leave the torment to me. Far enough.
Illuminate the dark. Come forth.
Take this!
Standing storm.
Finish!
Annihilation.
Smite with blinding blade.
Showtime.
Now you see what I can do.
I'm ready.
Mirage! Severing wind!
Hear me.
Mirage!
Burning
You
strike.
escape! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Stalagmite.
Eat dirt!
Elusive deity. Rotating pile driver.
I don't know what that means of you.
Here I come!
Now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Not in your dreams.
Mirage! Here I come! Struck!
Lightning orb. All right. It's showtime. I'm almost impressed.
My friends come from you.
I said almost. Don't get
Can you take it? Enough. Does it hurt?
Here I come!
Negative gate.
Lightning you down.
Watch yourself. Was all mine.
Incredible power.
Eat dirt!
Healing circle.
Resonate with the earth.
Thanks for the healing. Watch yourself, okay? Yeah. You too.
Severing wind!
Rotating pile driver. Soaring blue.
You're mine!
Swallow blade with the earth.
Wind! Take this! You're finished!
Rending you a bloody howling. Resonate with the earth. Now you see what I can do.
Take this! Destruction! Wind! You're mine!
Can't get out of this.
Crush!
It's about to strike.
I'll face you.
Look sharp, everyone!
Annihilation.
Ignite!
Illuminate the dark.
Elusive deity. Eagle ray. Far enough.
Take this! Escape!
I need something.
You need to be healed.
How the mighty have fallen.
Bring you back from death's abyss. Resuscitation.
This should do it!
Take this.
Illuminate the dark.
I can
Come
carve
forth.
through
Holy
armor.
quiver. Healing
Wind.
circle. Holy land. I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Try harder! Thanks! You're mine! Wind!
Such unadulterated feeling.
Where are you going? Sleep now.
Take this!
I'll be saving Radiant.
They
Blood.
smite with
Wind.
blackened blade.
All right.
It's over!
It's showtime. Glacial spear. Here's the evil. Freeze laser.
Ready to go.
Here's the healing.
Far enough.
Stay away from my friend!
Ready.
Double demon fang! Ignite!
Bring you back from Raging
Try
storm.
harder!
Hit.
And more of this or I'll burn out!
Ready and free. Now you see what I can do.
You're mine!
Glacial spear. Here's the evil.
Wind!
Elusive deity.
Illuminate the dark. That move. Holy crap.
Here comes the big one!
Now.
River!
Astral energy.
Say no more! hell was that thing?
Probably something that was made here and somehow managed to survive, even after all this time. Not that there's any way of knowing now.
What's wrong?
Oh, I just suddenly found myself contemplating what might have happened to the sovereigns that were meant to emerge from the crown contests. What do you mean? You see, the winners of the past crown contests were all strong astral arts practitioners. Furthermore, that enemy we just fought appeared to be composed of several human bodies. It was certainly nothing one would find in nature.
You're saying those were the remains of the winners? That they forgot who they once were?
I'm merely saying it's a possibility.
That's absolutely gruesome. How long had the Helganquil been at this?
It was Rena's great spirit that made them do all of this. Anything to get its astral energy.
We're not gonna jump down, right?
I certainly hope not.
After hearing Dome Room's suggestion, I'm honestly not sure what to say.
I assure you all, I was merely stating the possibility.
We're back in that other room? Did the teleport... fail or something?
Something feels off about it.
Look! Everything's upside down!
The furnishings are at least. No, you're right. The whole room's flipped on its head.
So what was once down is now up, and vice versa. I suppose the teleporter reversed our orientation then.
You guys want to rest here?
This poem is sure to leave an impression.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
Hey, do you have time to talk? There's something I need to ask you. I'm looking forward to breakfast. Did you get enough sleep? I guess this is the flip side of that pathway we were walking on just a little while ago.
This is crazy. Who knew such amazing technology existed?
Everything's topsy-turvy and that's all you can think about?
Bear in mind, the core of Renan.
This won't be easy. Don't be such a pessimist.
Here I go! No further!
This is gonna need all of us together! Where are you going?
Swallow punch ready! Capture slash!
Exploit the enemy's weakness.
Lightning, raging
Try
cascade!
harder! Anything in armor is all mine!
Dance in the wind! Here's a healing
Here I
thrust!
come! It's on!
Burn astral energy!
Not today!
Illuminate the dark!
Dance in the wind!
Come forth! Holy quiver! Holy light! Here goes!
Swallow blade!
Confiscated by the power of water!
You're mine!
Lightning
I'm not
again!
done!
Vanish without a trace! Illuminate the
Resonate with the
dark!
earth!
Take this!
Stalagmite!
No escape!
Lightning orb!
Rending you a
Dance in the
bloody
wind! Annihilation!
Everlasting
Lightning
shock.
blast!
Negative
Burn!
vision.
Light! Illuminate the dark! Come forth!
Try
Holy
harder.
quiver! Holy lamp!
You're mine! It's a ring!
I'll smash you!
Outstanding form!
I'll stop its charge!
Here's safety, Sara!
Far enough!
You're mine!
Soaring
Mega ray! I'm all
No
stuffed up!
further!
Mega ray!
Rising Wyvern! Burn!
Wind astral energy! This one's mine!
Illusion deity!
Wind!
Tornado drive!
Separate wing!
Wind astral energy! Alright? There you go! Don't let up!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Take this!
Lightning orb! Lightning contest! Thunderblast!
Illusion deity!
Come forth by the power of holy land! Vanish without a trace!
Take this!
Illusion deity!
Rotating pile!
Here goes time of raging!
Try harder! I have no limits!
Leave the target to me!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Lightning contest! Thunderblast!
Heal!
Illuminate the dark by the power of
This one's
holy
all mine.
holy land!
Ha! Not today!
Crescent flash! Reflect on that.
Hear me!
They smite the tank and glory! Never see what I can do!
No further! Take this!
A thrilling performance.
Lunar blast!
I'm not done!
Let the marksman handle this!
Double Demon Fang!
Here's a healing arm!
It's
Here,
on!
first aid!
Each
I know
one
you,
ready!
Leon.
Dueling! In an instant! Impact Block!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
What are those? They look like Shion's thorns, and with flowers too.
Not real ones, though. They're just like that flower growing out of Rena.
We must be getting close to the Great Spirit now.
Hey, Rinwell, what was that thing you said about how a little bit of Dana's Great Spirit is inside all of us?
Right. That's why Dana's Great Spirit is so much more diluted. Weak, even. Whether it was a choice so it didn't overpower others, or just the way it is anyone's guess.
If that's true, then wouldn't it mean Dana's will could never form under natural conditions?
Yeah, sounds like that's probably the case.
So if Dana exists within all of us, then what if something occurred that brought everyone's hearts and minds together as one? That unity could potentially act as Dana's will.
You mean if everybody was, like, thinking the exact same thing at the exact same time? Come on, there's no way we could pull that off.
I know it's a long shot, but it might work.
Let's assume that's even possible for a second. Would it even be enough to fight back against Rena's Great Spirit?
If nothing else, it might be an option if we can't use the Renis Alma.
Things are different here than on the surface.
That shows how deeply we've ventured into Rena.
And how close we've come to the real enemy. This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Escape!
In here! Let's get you up!
Destruction!
Your wings won't save you from me.
assistance.
Ready to go! Water!
Shield from calamity.
Why can't they just sit still?
Shia, can you take care of them?
Your sets are done.
you!
Our arts are being interrupted.
Here!
Severing wind! You're mine! You're finished!
I'll face you. Soaring blast.
Severing wind! Here I come! We turn the tables for more Suko?
Keep calm and take them down.
Take this! Destruction! You're finished! You're mine!
Can't get out of this.
I never miss!
Ready and raring!
Now, get toasty.
Burn strike!
Reinforcements?
Elusive deity!
Glacial speed!
You picked the wrong fight!
Freeze laser!
Destruction! You're mine!
Confiscated!
It's over!
Now you see what I can do!
Far enough! Burning strike! Water! Here I
Destruction!
Glacial
Swallow blade!
Here's the evil again! Freeze laser!
Take this!
Complete
No escape! Destruction!
Mega ray!
Crush!
Annihilation!
Swallow blade!
Resonate with the earth!
Ignite!
Now!
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around!
Take this!
Illuminate the dark! Holy blizzard! Annihilation!
Negative gate.
Resonate with the earth! I'm not done! Severing wind!
In a bind.
Take this!
The sky is mine!
I can carve through armor! I'm ready!
Jolene! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes.
More? Wind! Here I come! It's over!
Not on my watch!
Burn in hell! Destruction!
I'm ready! Very well! Astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory!
Win! You're mine! It's over!
Denied!
I'm not done! Destruction!
Anything in armor is all mine!
No escape! You're finished!
I never miss!
Not today!
Take this! Without a trace!
No escape!
I'm ready! Lock! Demon's Descent! Flashing fang!
More? Now! You're mine! Take it! This one's all mine! Burn in hell! Take this! Crush! Swallow blade! Slash! You're mine! I'm not done!
Here, let me help. Oh, magic aid! Sleep now.
Destruction!
Ready to go!
Take this!
Far enough!
So you clamor for my true power?
No escape! Win!
Lightning condemned!
Take this! It's over! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Negative death! No escape! They smite with blood!
Do it!
Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
Here I come!
Healing Destruction! Eat dirt!
I don't know
what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't. Destruction! Now or never! No
It looks like you got this one covered!
escape!
Let's go!
Begin!
In
You're
here!
mine!
Explosion!
Natural defenses are fading. I'm a sitting duck.
Retreat from this battle.
I would never!
Not today!
Air thrust!
Anything in armor is all mine.
I never miss! Do it! Dion! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Can you take it? The tempest
Don't mind if I do!
armor won't save you!
Denied!
Blood, rending you apart!
Bloody destruction! It's over! Win!
I'm ready! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alvin!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you! Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Nice laser!
Win! Begin! Here I come! Come on! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Destruction! Let's free you! I'm not done! Okay, here I go!
That'll bring you down! Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
More?
Take this! Vanish without a trace!
Now you see what I can do!
Destruction! Swallow blade!
Nothing gets by me! I'm out of ammo! Denied! I'm all stuffed up!
Elusive dazzle! Burn!
Light.
I'm not done! Not a tick more!
Don't mind if I do!
It's over!
Glacial Spear! Here's
Destruction!
evil!
Take
Freeze
this!
laser! Up and at it! Let's go! Eat dirt! Illuminate the dark!
Rising
This
upward!
one's mine!
You're mine!
Holy Land!
You're
Glacial
finished!
Spear! Here's evil! Freeze laser!
Back with the earth! Here I come!
Here's a...
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
You must be tired of healing me. I'm merely doing what I can to help. Glad you're on up.
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here's a healing wind!
Crush! This one's all mine! Ignite!
Primed and ready! Here goes!
Take this!
Up and at you have such an incredible technique!
Brute force is nothing without elegance of form.
I don't know if I'd say nothing.
In a bind?
Raise it now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I think I'm getting stronger.
The Zoogles here are putting up a real fight.
That just goes to show how important this place is.
Or perhaps they simply thrived freely here.
The astral energy here is so dense. It's like trying to walk through water.
I know the Great Spirit's will is in the center of Rena, but with the world in this state, the entire planet has become its body, right? So doesn't that mean we're already inside it?
I would say that is horrifyingly correct. After all, the further we climb, the denser the astral energy becomes.
What's the matter, Rinwell? Are you not feeling all right?
No, it's nothing like that. It just feels like the energy here is a little more intense than it was before.
You mean Rena's energy?
Yeah, it's like when I made contact with Dana's will in the wedge. It's almost as though I can understand what Rena's will is thinking.
But Rena's will is supposed to be a lot stronger. Aren't we risking the Great Spirit controlling us if we interact with it directly?
I don't think we have to worry about that. Rena's will is only supposed to control true Renans, like the Helganquil. If we can discern what the Great Spirit is thinking too, we might learn something, a weakness. But just to be safe, let me contact it alone.
Are you insane? Rinwell, you're gonna...
Rinwell!
There was only meant to be one world. And your goal is to make them one. Is this fear? What just happened?
Are you all right? Rinwell? Rinwell, are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I think.
What were you thinking? You could have gotten yourself killed!
He's right. You had us all terrified, Rinwell.
I'm sorry. I really am. But I know now. I know how the Great Spirit thinks. I know what it wants, how it feels. Rena's Great Spirit wants to complete the world.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying it's trying to make something?
Yes, exactly. Originally, Dana and Rena were meant to be one world. But that never happened. They've stayed separated, and the Great Spirit wants to finish the process.
What do you mean, one world? How is that even possible?
I don't know, but its will is clear. That's what the Great Spirit is trying to accomplish. The only problem is that since Rena's energy isn't evenly spread like Dana's, it seems like it'll vanish before that happens naturally.
So it's trying to absorb Dana while it still can, so that it can force the two planets to unite. Is that what you're saying?
The Great Spirit is scared. But it's not scared the way a rational person would be. It's more raw and undiluted, like just pure fear.
Like an animal, acting out of instinct. Although admittedly, an animal would be easier to communicate with. At the very least, I have my doubts that it recognizes us as sentient beings with a reason for coming here. Earth, water, fire, and wind energy exist in both worlds, but only darkness and light can be found within Rena and Dana, respectively. The Renis Alma, as far as we know, the only host capable of harvesting the astral energy, is composed of all six. Knowing all that, Rinwell's findings do sound plausible.
That sounds a lot like Shion's thorns, doesn't it? The whole reason the Great Spirit is trying to unite Dana and Rena into one world is in order to save itself. And if her thorns are part of the Great Spirit, then they must also be trying to save themselves?
Alphen, what is it?
We thought the only way to free your thorns was for you to die. Yet despite that, they seem to be doing everything in their power to stop that from happening to you. Something wasn't adding up. But then I just realized something. If the Great Spirit doesn't want to die, then neither would your thorns. Those same emotions, that fear, that determination, and its energy must have been the same thing that was keeping you alive. You were its vessel.
In that case, is that why her thorns caused so much pain to anyone who touched her? Because they were trying to protect themselves?
If that's all true, then... well, it's more than a little ironic.
The Great Spirit merely expresses its desires. I imagine it was the Helganquil who were likely tasked with putting together and implementing an actual plan.
Xion.
I'm okay. We need to hurry and clean this mess up before it gets out of hand.
Still, even if the current state of the world is wrong like you said, does that really make everything okay?
If the world had been whole from the start, as it should have been, there'd be no Dana and no Rena, no masters or slaves, no lords, no crown contest, maybe just peace.